Hi, today we're going to look at solving by factoring. Sometimes when you have a quadratic and you want to solve it, so you can factor the problem. So we have two problems that are already factored for us, and then we need to go and actually solve it. So how do you know that we actually have to solve? Whenever you see an equal sign next to a quadratic, two factored quadratics, the equal sign says solve. Find me what x is. So we're going to do that. When you have something that's already factored, all you need to do is break up each binomial and set them each equal to 0. So x minus 3 equals 0, x plus 5 equals 0. Take each one, get x alone. Doing inverse operations, plus 3, x equals 3, minus, x equals negative 5. What these two numbers tell me is where our parabola crosses the x-axis. We know that we're going to have something like this, and we're going to have, that's going to be a negative 5, that's going to be about a 3. So this is telling us where we hit that x-axis. It's not exactly that because it's kind of very rough, but an idea of what it should look like. All right, next, let's try this again. So set each one of these to 0, x plus 4 equals 0, 7x plus 1 equals 0. First one minus x equals negative 4. The second one here gets a little weird because we've got that 7 in front. Well, solve like you would any other two-step equation. Minus 1 and then divide. And we happen to get a fraction here, and that's okay. We're allowed to have them. So two parentheses, two different answers. Now, what if our problem's not factored yet? Well, we're going to have to factor it. So we start off blank parentheses. We know x times x gives me x squared. What two numbers multiplied together give us 18? Well, let's run down the list. 118, 2, 9, and 3 and 6. Can I get a 7 out of any of them? Yes, 2 and 9. 2, 9. I need to come up with a negative 7, so I'll say plus negative plus 2 that. And if I were to multiply my last two numbers together, 2 and negative 9, that gives us that negative 18. So we're okay there. Now, let's set each parenthesis equal to 0. X plus 2 equals 0. X minus 9 equals 0. One answer. Second answer. Our parabola crosses the x-axis at a negative 2, and it crosses at a positive 9. Now, can I trick you with any of these? Maybe. It's not too much of a trick. I just need to make this problem look a little more like this. So I do it by getting that equal sign. We got to move the equal sign, or rather, move this 3 back that way. So I move it by adding 3 to start with. Now that 3 is not going to combine with anything. It's just going to put our problem into standard form. And because we're solving, because there's an equal sign, I still need an equal sign. I still need it to say equals 0. The only time I can solve is when the problem says equals 0. So we got to make that happen first. Now we've got to do some work. We have to factor this. So let's factor by grouping. Let's split this up. We're going to multiply 2 and 3 together to give us a 6. Now we got to come up with our factors of 6. 1 times 6, 2 times 3. Can I get a 5? I can get a 5 of both of them, but I need positives. So I'll say that. So 2x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 3 equals 0. Get rid of that. Let's factor by grouping. We're going to say we share a 2x, and then we have x plus 1. On the other side, we share a 3x plus 1. build what's on the outside, 2x and 3, keep what's on the inside. Now, after all that long work, now we can just solve. Set each one equal to 0. 2x plus 3 equals 0. X plus 1 equals 0 minus divide. Getting a little sloppy here. X equals 3 over 2 negative. And then on the other side. And that is solving using factoring.